everyone, my name is Amanda, and in today's video we are going to go over 10 ways that you can save your family money while you're at home, and I hope this video helps you guys out. All these tips are probably not the first thing that would come to mind. Of course, you're going to be saving money on childcare and those kind of things, but these are other ways that you can save money while being at home and taking care of your family. All right, the first tip I have for you guys is to make your own cleaning solutions. Cleaning supplies add up so fast, and if you just get some simple products like white vinegar, baking soda, Castile soap, and water, you can get essential oils, maybe a few other things, borax for your laundry or washing soda for your laundry. You can make all the household cleaners that you need in bulk for super cheap. I mean, every bottle of cleaner is like $3 or more for an all-purpose cleaner. If you want to get a good non-toxic brand, it's even more, and it probably costs like 30 cents to make a bottle of all-purpose cleaner. And then laundry detergent, it's so expensive and adds up for laundry detergent. If you want to get a good brand that isn't going to be bad for your skin, but to make it, you just need a good quality soap, and you can do borax, or you can do washing soda, or you can do a combination of the two and make a mixture, and you have your laundry detergent for so cheap. Making cleaning products is one of my favorite ways to save my family money. It hardly takes any time at all, and it really does add up in savings. All right, my second tip to save your family money is to make things last. And what do I mean by that? I mean, a lot of things around your home have maintenance care that they need. Your vacuum has a filter that needs to be cleaned every 3 or so months, possibly more if you have dogs and you live somewhere that's super dusty and you're using your vacuum often. You also have air filters in your home. Your washing machine needs to be cleaned out. Your dishwasher needs to be cleaned out. Your oven needs to be cleaned out. Any kind of appliances or electronics are gonna need maintenance work. You can also make your clothes last so much longer if you're careful with how you do your laundry. So I know a lot of people would just plop everything into one big load, but I separate my laundry to help it last longer. So towels and bedding will be in separate loads, and then whites will be in separate loads, delicates will be in separate loads, and jeans will be in separate loads. Making that extra step of just paying attention to the kind of fabrics you're putting in the washing machine really will help your clothes last longer. My third tip is to make, repurpose, or thrift home decor. So not everything needs to be brand new. Styles go so quickly, and especially for holidays or something that's only going to be in your house for a couple months, try to thrift it or remake something that you already have, repurpose it. Very often I will take decorations and switch them in places in my house because I get bored with just having the same thing throughout like a whole year. So just mixing it up, so taking something I have downstairs and putting it upstairs and switching them out, and it feels like you have completely different decorations. So yeah, sometimes you just need a change, but you can make that change way cheaper by repurposing something or making something yourself. I know so many people are handy, or they have husbands that are really good with woodwork. My husband actually has done some good woodwork, but he's usually pretty busy, so I just like to switch around stuff. I'm not the most crafty with all that, but you can make something, you can sew, you can repurpose things that you already have by just putting them in different spots of your house. It can be as simple as that, or you can thrift, and all that is going to save you money over going to a retail store every time you get an urge. I would honestly just try to cut out those extra stops at Target and Home Goods that you don't need to make. Don't tempt yourself, just cut it out, and it'll probably help you save a lot of money. All right, my fourth tip is going to be making as much food from scratch as you can. Making food from scratch can be time consuming, so there is a trade-off, but if you are on a tight budget, making food from scratch is a great way to save yourself some money. I'm also in the process of starting to make my own homemade kombucha. So I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out yet because it's my first batch. But yeah, kombucha is like $3 a jar. And this is something that is so inexpensive. It's sugar, water, and tea bags. And then if you want to flavor it with anything, you can add ginger or whatever kind of fruit you want to flavor it with. So that's so cheap to make, and it costs so much at the store. So just little things like that, if you can make them homemade from scratch, you're going to end up saving yourself a ton of money. All right, my 5th tip for saving money is cloth diapering. Now, this is something that I don't do. My husband is against it, but I know it's a great way to save money, and I do have friends that have done it. It's a little bit of an investment up front, but you're gonna save a ton of money. We spend $60 a month on our diaper subscription. So even if you invest like $120 up front, then you're gonna be saving money after 2 months. So it's a great way to save your family money if you're on a tight budget, and it's also great for the environment, so that's another plus. My 6th tip for you guys is to maintain a budget. So a lot of you guys probably do have a budget, but are you keeping a close eye on it? Are you actually following it? All those kind of things. Sit down with your spouse and print out the last 2 to 3 bank statements that you have, color code what you spent things on, and see if you guys are actually sticking to your budget. And if you haven't actually made a budget yet, do the same thing with your spouse. Get those bank statements, highlight everything, and put them into categories, and then see if you guys are comfortable with what you're spending, or if you think you could downsize in any of those areas. My 7th tip for you guys is to eat less meat or buy your meat in bulk. So if you have a husband that is a complete carnivore, like my husband, it's not a meal unless there's meat in it. So I can't really make us not eat meat, but I can buy meat in bulk to save us money. So go to Costco or a bulk store, or even buy half a cow or half a pig and split with a friend, or like a third. And you're gonna save money in the long run, even though it's more money up front. But that is a really good way to save yourself some money when making your meals. All right, my 8th tip for you guys is to do big batch cooking that will last you throughout the week. So typically, if you make just a lot of something, it's gonna cost you less money than buying a ton of different ingredients for a ton of different meals. I don't do this so much with dinners because we aren't on a super tight budget right now. We are budgeting, but it's not extremely tight, and I do like variety, but I do this for our lunches. Making a different lunch every day is 1, super time consuming, and 2, is expensive because you have to buy all the different ingredients. You're probably gonna have a lot of food waste. So I like to kind of stick to one thing that we're gonna eat for lunch, and you can cook it all in one day to save yourself time, or you can make it every single day and spend the extra time, but still you aren't buying a ton of different ingredients. So whether you make it in one day doing a big batch day, or if you just have one meal that you're gonna make every single day throughout the week, you're gonna save money just from buying that limited amount of things for the meal you're making. My 9th tip for you guys is to learn how to give your family haircuts. So I will not be giving Adam haircuts anytime soon. That's my husband, because he's super picky with his haircuts. But I am, and actually have already been, trimming my son's hair. And if I took him to the hairdresser every time I trimmed his hair, I would be taking him to the hairdresser like every other month. His hair grows really fast, and as you can see, he has a ton of it. So learning how to give your family haircuts, especially as you have a growing family and you have more and more kids, is gonna save you so much money because haircuts are so expensive. All right, my final tip for you guys is to do clothing swaps with your friends. So before you go out and buy something new, you can host a girls' night and have you guys all bring like a bag of clothes that you want to get rid of, and you guys can just go through them, have a dress-up party, and pick out what you guys want. And then of course, you might need to go get an item or two here and there outside of doing those. I'm sure that's not going to cover everything that you need or want, but it is a good way to freshen up and revive your wardrobe without spending money. All right, you guys, that was all my tips I have for you guys on how you can save money while staying at home with your family. If you have any frugal, like homemaker, mommy tips, please put them down in the comments below. I think that a community makes a wealth of knowledge, and I love learning from other women, and I'm sure anyone watching this video would love to hear your tips as well. So please put them down below, and also if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps more mamas see it. And also, if you could subscribe if you haven't already, it would mean so much to me to have you join in on this community, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!